and Wanyang Park, the Korean captain. I'm Gareth Rees, delighted to be here, joined by former English captain Rob Vickerman. And Rob, as just alluded to in the last interview, it's tough to get going in the morning here of day 2 of the Sevens tournament, but you must at a World Cup.
Yeah, and I'll take a look at the last words that they said about this is the opportunity, isn't it? World Cups do not come around often. These teams playing on the biggest stage, and they'll be wanting to set their fans going back home. Uganda certainly one of the best supported teams online. They started so well against Samoa, getting that first try, then conceding far too many for their liking. They want to come back into this, right their wrongs, and get it going.
Well, Mone Herrera, the local man, will be in charge in the middle. Smiles from him. Great opportunity for these referees as well. Just like the players, they work hard. The fans have worked hard to get here. The Ugandans with a wonderful following.
Good.
Again, had that incredible hope as Michael Okoroch opened the scoring against Samoa, but it didn't end. 33 points to 7 in the end. They went down. Kickoff goes high. Well gathered by a Korean side that's traditionally very well organized, very clinical. Sometimes struggle just to break down defenses. We'll see how they go here up against this big, tough Ugandan side. Good width. Good hard running there. Korea plowing through, lost through, and then finally a chance for Junku Lee, but he couldn't get his hands on it, so Uganda's going to have possession. Kick and chase into space. There's no sweeper across in time. He gets a lovely bounce, although a little bit too high in the end, and it will be Korea off and running. Well, a moment of danger there. Just the bounce off this very solid surface here. Kate Damshadian didn't come off. Lee pushes it wide. Kim looking for the slow ball, and that's Sengduk Choi. It takes 2 Ugandans to bring him down. Half gap there. Doesn't come off for Hunsu Kim. Just over the halfway line now. A very patient build-up from the Koreans. That one's been spilled forward. Advantage to Uganda. And they like this disrupted ball. Korean defense isn't in place. Good offloading out of the tackle. Kick and chase. There. Oh, doesn't get the second bounce for the second time today. Now he's won it back. Aaron Uforuth pushes it wide. First try is going to go to the big Ugandan. And that is Philippe Okoroch. Nice moment for Uganda to get off in this one.
Well, just shows how dangerous they can be with that transition of play from defense to attack. Uganda already probing deep field with these kicks. Saw it first with Wakarash, not quite coming up for a foil at that time. But then he gets the ball back fortuitously, finds the space out on the right. And of course, if you give the number 5 for Uganda the ball, it is a matter of time before Philip Wakarash gets over the line. We're disappointed not to kick on yesterday. Today, it's a new day.
Yeah, great celebrations here. Uforuth did well. A little bit of basketball to intercept the pass. The extra attempt by the try scorer just falls short. But it's party time here.
Oh, they're feeling the rhythm. The height from Uforuth's kick is going to be so pivotal to them getting this ball back.
It was up there for so long, no one could get it. Korea having to regroup. Oh, and the slip. And we've seen a lot of that. Virtually all the teams. Oh, and breaking right through the middle. Missed tackle. That's Jae-Yak-Yu. 29-year-old. 9 a.m. here in Cape Town on a fairly overcast morning for the moment. I'm sure the sun will be beaming out as it was yesterday. And there's a penalty one for Uganda at the breakdown.
It's really good stuff. Targeting the ball, staying strong, and Uforuth gets to go now.
There's a real confidence about this team. They've been on the field quite a bit. That one goes forward out of the hand. There'll be no advantage. Team that's been on the field quite a bit lately. 7th in the Challenger Cup and 8th in the Commonwealth Games. And How exciting were they? I know you were there, Rob, to cover it, but the Commonwealth Games, their presence there was fantastic.
Oh, it really was, Reece. It's one of these situations, the crowd got behind them. The way they played absolutely justified that. They were entertaining, they were courageous, everything you want to see on the sevens field. The Uganda chants, I remember back when it was in Glasgow as well, previous Commonwealth Games, by far the second favourite team than the home one.
I hear DJ Fufu even made an appearance to entertain the fans.
He did indeed. How about that? Desire Yero, who was wearing number 8, finished the game, ended up DJing.
That's multitasking at its best. The modern rugby player. That one's knocked out of the hands of Wang Min Kim. Ooh, another jump tackle. This could be trouble. Referee's gonna have a little chat here and maybe a card. Let's listen in.
Through the horizontal. Lifting it through the horizontal.
I don't know if that was an Afrikaans, but I think he took him above level. Rob, what's your take here?
Yeah, beyond horizontal is saying it's a real adjustment for players who traditionally that would have been considered a bit of a good tackle. You know, you'd say he hit him hard, but as soon as you go past that horizontal, that's when you're in trouble.
So Casito will spend 2 minutes in the sin bin. Janu to 7s, that's 7-minute halves, but 2 minutes.
I mean, we're talking a couple of degrees over horizontal.
Yeah, the responsibility of the tackler is to put that player down safely, which is kind of ironic when you figure out what they're being coached to do. Good take off the top from Hunsu Kim. Now the attack builds. Of course, a one-man advantage for the men in white. That's Korea up against Uganda. Uganda have the early lead. Korea, presumably, Rob, you'd like to see them play with width here to capitalize on that advantage.
Exactly that. They've got a couple of key playmakers to the middle, need to find these gaps now. 3 defenders committed.
Quick ball away from Lee. Now they've got numbers. Good hands, but it's not gathered. Wonderful athleticism from Jae-Yok Yu. But now it's Uganda's time to sort of suck some time off this clock. Look at them even backing up. They love the offload, but a couple of rucks wouldn't go amiss here just to keep that time going. And the Korean arriving player not holding his own weight.
Plenty of space in behind as well. Korea with a man advantage, no sweeper though.
Oh, there's the fend, but sticking with it. Good defense. And a foot's in touch, I believe. Shame, but a really good cover tackle there from Yang Huen Chang, the 28-year-old. He's only 5'7", but he did his work there and made the tackle.
He's hugging the touchline. Okrat's trying to just keep that ball alive. The right foot goes over the chalk. It'd be frustrating. I did think they'd kick it long. Plenty of space in behind now. Korea with the man advantage. For this last play, going to look to try and make the most of it.
They put the extra set of hands as the hooker wraps around. Now there's a 2-on-1 for the moment, but again, a poor pass negates the advantage they created. Good help in defense there. And there's Chang again. He's got it in the right arm. He's looking to go to the sideline, but no, he's been nudged into touch.
Backwards into touch.
The Hooters sounded, and that'll do it for the first half. A tight affair here. Uganda up over Korea, 5-0. Well, early morning here, as we said, on Saturday, day 2 of the Rugby World Cup of Sevens.
Jan, let's get the sound guy, maybe this. The constant scrapping. It's scratching very bad.
Head coach Charlie Lau has his Korean team in there. And it's a little bit of dominance. Although Korea had some possession, Uganda a bit more effective when they got it going.
Just the amount of errors, wasn't it? 4 times they had the ball in good positions, couldn't quite capitalise on it. Koreans normally organised, as you said before, Reece. They look for structure, they play well to it. Just not got that momentum in the game. It's been very stop-start. The gripper out as well, see that on the right hand side. Hand grip.
We creating space, we threw the hole in.
Well, that's the unity of this Ugandan side, coached by Tolbert Nyango, the great Kenyan. He's been at it for about a decade. And Really is their first specialized sevens coach. Well, it's party here on day 2 in Cape Town. The Ugandans are celebrating at the moment a slim 5-point lead in a tight match here in the bowl quarterfinal between Uganda and Korea. But just some of the color we're going to see this weekend, Rob Rickerman.
Well, totally is, Reece. We're starting early, but the party will continue throughout the day. Unprecedented amount of sevens here in Cape Town. And it all culminates in the Blitz box this evening.
Yeah, as day 1 ended with the Blitz box with a victory for the men. Unfortunately, the women just slipped up against France, but the place was buzzing. Here we go, and it will be Namuk Kim get us underway with the restart. His left boot goes low and flat, a well-weighted kick, but not able to be gathered by Changju Kim. So the Koreans looking to their bench. On that bench is Yangming Jang. He scored a try yesterday against Wales. Good solid line out. Again, we mentioned Korea have had their share of possession, just haven't quite. Oh, what a tackle! Textbook stuff from Philippe Walkeroch. That's inspiration for his team. See if they can get this ball back. Again, the Ugandan physical presence, good, solid defense. The kick doesn't come up. Oh, sublime footwork. Awesome work from Aaron Ofoiroth. They're trying to kick again. Again, no sweeper in place. If he gets a bounce here, he's away. Once again, it just goes a little high. Really hard surface here, of course. Cape Town Stadium, the home of the FIFA Soccer World Cup in 2010. So 2 or 3 occasions, the bounce not kind for the Koreans, but more loose ball gathered this time. Casito gets a foot to it.
Got it.
Yeah, and Casito's won the penalty for his team.
That was brilliant steal. Fast action. Imyani looking to keep this tempo going.
Ugandans back to full strength. Yeah, coming back off his right foot. High stepping. It was Okenye.
My fault. You go back.
They're going to go back for the advantage.
I'm in the way.
Yeah, that was a bad hit. We saw one yesterday in the Fiji game. It's a late charge with no arm wrap, and it was right on his shoulder. And that can be so painful because as soon as you pass, you relax your body a bit. He is a star player. Philippe Walkeroch needs to try and get through this if he can. It's a bit of a cheap shot. As the ball was passed, the charge comes in late, and it's the top of his elbow.
Yeah.
I mean, that can dislocate shoulders.
Yeah, that could be a red card too, because there's intent there, right? There's absolutely no way he's keeping that ball. He's defending against a dummy. So there will be no actions on the field. If you're in rugby league, I think he'd be on report.
On report. We'd have a few people chasing him as well if you were rugby league.
Set.
Yeah.
Look at this energy. How good. They go all day.
So, Ugandan attack. Casito gets it wide. Oh, good bosh there. Well, what a response to a possible cheap shot. Just dropped his shoulder and give him some. Great work from Norbert Okenye.
That's what you got to do. One of your men's down. You can use it to your advantage. Get a little bit more aggressive and just go route one. Norbert Okenye, see you later. That is a bump. Sit down. What a carry.
Great response in the second try for Kenya, even though it's out wide. Beautiful work from our crew. Hugs all around, 10-point lead, conversion to come. Sweet strike down the middle, that'll be 12.
You'd be pumped after that, wouldn't you? Adrenaline will be soaring.
7.
And again, we're going to go to this Foyworth restart, one of the most experienced players in this team. He gets a good 3.5, 4 seconds of height on these kicks.
Check your hang time.
Time's not on yet.
Referee wasn't quite ready yet, but it gives
Do it
another
again, time's not on.
chance to look at this sublime skill.
Straight down the middle, really tough kick to do. Kicks it as the bounce of the ball gets to its peak, follows through brilliantly. Such a valuable player to this Ugandan team of Foyworth.
It's actually a drop and then a punt is really what you're trying to imagine. He's gone with a more conventional, doesn't quite get the height on it, and as such, Korea gets the ball. Contact in the air, quick tap for Korea. Their breakdown's been a bit of a problem for them, but they've got this one away. There's some energy in attack.
Second movement.
And he's been penalized for a second movement. And that was Changju Kim off the bench. Maybe a bit harsh there.
Yeah, a little bit. Teams adjusting, certainly those who have come from the back of the Challenger Series have to be adjusting to what the referees are interpreting at these breakdowns, and it's really sharp. Those decisions are fast. Flip-flopping penalties throughout this game, taking it in turns.
Yeah, the Koreans, of course, spent some time. They were at the Challenge Series, but a bulk of their squad spent some time in the United States preparing.
High performance alongside the Mike Fridays Eagles is going to get you better.
Good flat ball. Doesn't work, so they go back out to the space, but they've done their job. Oh, good work off the ball, creating an extra set of hands. Casito, he's been busy today in this one. There he goes again. A little bit more depth in the Ugandan attack. Aturinda, he's coming off the bench fresh, trying to make an impact here.
Tackle!
12 points to lead for Uganda with less than 2 minutes to go. In total control of this bowl quarterfinal at the moment. Oh, a 50-50 ball, but he's not able to hold on. Brilliantly read by the Korean, but he couldn't hang on. And you can see it there. Absolute disappointment for Chang. Watch how he gets a good read on it. He knows what's happening.
Oh, and he even gets the hands out, hits his chest.
Well, Trivia.
Always told us coaches, when you try and catch it, get your thumbs out next to each other, catch it in front of your chest, especially when it's a little bit wet, and he is devastated. That was a gilt-edged chance.
Crouch!
Yeah, they don't come around too
Fine.
often. A big Rugby World Cup Sevens moment, a miss there.
Set!
And the Ugandan bench, they're happy to take their time at this scrum. And Nyango
Number 8.
happy
Coming
with
up.
parts of this performance. Maybe not as clean as they wanted, but real energy and confidence in their attack. And they're going to use the foot again. See if they get a bounce this time on the fly in space. It doesn't quite come off. Again,
Ball is live.
frustration there.
It's a good tactic. It's worked for them throughout this game. Probably should have adapted a few more variants of the kick as well, because there's plenty of space in Korea, not covering the backfield. But they know now Uganda pretty much job done. They've got one big defensive set to go, 12-0 up against Korea.
Quick flat ball to Wonyoung Kim. Danzi to his friends, his nickname after
Holding on.
Zinedine Zidane. And Steph Curry is one of his favorite athletes.
Scrum. Scrum
And
option.
the Ugandans are going to choose a scrum. And as we see the party go on, great weekend for Ugandan rugby last week. The RWC7s, where a lot of these players' clubs were at it. It was Cobbs versus Heathens, and Cobbs got the win, but it speaks to the presence of Sevens rugby in Uganda.
It really does. It's grown brilliantly. Competitive and celebrated. It's what you want to see. Ernest
Crouch.
Lacourt, the man with the intel, gives us all we need to know about
Fine.
Uganda, and they are going brilliantly.
Yeah, great to have Ernest here
Set.
helping us out, telling the Ugandan story. Quick hands now. The dying moments. We're in the pink numbers. So the next stoppage will do it unless it's a penalty.
Tackle!
Tackle complete. 12-point lead should hold up. Again, a bit of a missed tackle from Korea. That's been an issue for them. Uganda maintaining possession. Happy to go backwards for the moment. The show and go from Foyworth. He's been busy in this match. And finally, they thought they had space up the side, but the referee's going to blow it there for a knock-on. And that will do it for this one. Yeah, full time. tough match, both sides, but Korea go down to Uganda in this one, 12 points to 0.